767 on Reliance Industries. Let's focus back on the capital goods space. I'm talking about order wins. Let's pull up a Punj Lloyd for you and see the performance of the counter, up about 4% in the session. Good news flowing in for the counter. They've bagged SEZ projects in Gurgaon worth about 81 crore rupees, making a headway in Kenya via a road project. Let's get in the management to talk a little bit more in detail as to what their future plans are and how is the order book pipeline looking and what exactly does this foray in Kenya mean. You've got Mr. S.S. Raju, the CEO of Infrastructure at Push Oil Limited, who's joining us on the show right now. Mr. Raju, thanks very much for joining in. Let's start off, first of all, with your foray into Kenya, what this means and how big is this road project?
Very good morning. Well, Africa has been on the group's radar from a long time, and we entered this continent in 2006. Our experience coupled with the technical expertise to deliver complex projects on time will complement the Kenya's ambitious plans to spur infrastructure growth and will consolidate the group's highway and road construction portfolio across the globe. I think we will continue to rationally bidding with an aim to create a portfolio of infrastructure development projects in Africa. This is the reason we entered into Kenya, and it was an obvious strategy to continue the group's growth plans across the world. We entered into a joint venture agreement with the Intex Construction Company, a local construction company in Kenya, for the execution of Kenya Highway Authority. The project is between Loruk-Barapelo Road. It's around at a distance of 300 kilometers from the Nairobi, capital of Kenya. The value of work is around 285 crores.
How much time will this be completed in?
It has to be completed in around 30 months.
So there's 285 crores which you've spoken about. How does the money come in? Do you get an advance in terms of the contract value, and then you've got part payments?
Yeah, it is a 50-50 joint venture. It is funded by the Kenya's Highway Authority.
All right. Aside of that, this is a good move. Gets you your leg into Kenya. Any other projects in the African continent that you will be looking at acquiring or bidding for?
We are bidding in most of the East African countries like Ethiopia, and then we are participating in Uganda, in Kenya itself, World Bank projects and African Development projects, African Development Bank projects, and then any of the funded projects we are already participating.
Overall, currently, how have the orders been for you? What's the order book like? How much of an intake have you seen in Q3?
See, the overall order book as a group, we are around 27,700 crores. And then we don't disclose the figure of the individual vertical, but as a group, we are around 28,000 roughly.
Sure. Could you also, highlight for us in terms of the recent order that you won from, the SEZ project in Gurgaon? It's about 81 crore rupees, but could you just quickly highlight what exactly this project envisages?
This project is being developed by the ASF promoters who are developing a SEZ on the road of Gurgaon-Faridabad. It is being funded by the promoters along with the bankers. So it's a first of its kind, but in SEZ we entered into the Gurgaon market. So it will be a multi-level, multi-story project. So it will add value to our building sector, because we have been already entered into the building sector commercial projects in Pune. We are right now doing for Ascendas, and then in Panvel, Mumbai, we are doing for Hiriko the commercial projects.
Mr. Raju, aside of this, you've spoken about your outstanding order book positions also. That's also quite a large sum there, about 27,000 crores is what you've just mentioned. What's the execution timeline for majority of these orders? Because then you start to see a backlog.
See, generally, most of the orders are for the between 24 months to 36 months. As far as highway sector and building sectors are concerned.
All right. You've also got orders, recent orders from ONGC worth about 113 crores. You've got EPC contract from Emirates National Oil worth about 623 crores. So it's good going on the order book side. Would you probably take a looking at changing your order book, target for the year?
Yeah, we are expecting more orders, and we expect some more orders in the road sector also in India and also in the African countries. So really, we are seeing we are looking forward for a good future in the 2012.
Lastly, Mr. Raju, just a concern on the books right now. Debt is something that's worrying the markets a lot. It's still a concern. You've got high debt levels. Still, your debt has increased by 980 crores in the first half of FY12. Now, currently standing at 4,300 crores. Any plans to take a look at how to bring down this debt?
Exclusively, right now I cannot comment on that because it is not the platform for me to comment. That is being addressed by my management, and they will give the comment on this.
All right, Mr. Raju, congratulations on the new orders and your foray into Kenya, and best of luck for the bidding of other projects in the African continent. And we'll chat once you come out with your numbers later on. Thank you very much for joining in. Next company in focus, Uttam Galva. Pull up the stock price for you. Recently, there were reports suggesting that they're looking to buy distressed Global Steel Philippines. Whether or not they're going ahead with this, what exactly this is, or whether it's just murmurs in the